to send them, or to those who didn't even go to college. The story gets worse. The money to pay off these loans is borrowed money, backed up by 20 new taxes and fees, supposedly for infrastructure. Every time you fill up your car now, remember that the higher gas tax you pay at the pump is paying off someone else's student loan. We have lost all sense of personal responsibility in limited government. The politicians in this state have gone too far. There is no fairness in student loan bailouts. I'm Jeannie Ives, co-founder of Breakthrough Ideas. Find out more at breakthrough-ideas.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I am 78 years old and have a bad back, bad knees, bad everything. If I didn't take Balance of Nature, I would be in bed all the time. It's allowed me to have better health, better mobility. I feel better. I just love it. I take it every day religiously. My brother takes it. His daughter takes it. Yeah. It's really a blessing. It really is. So God bless you people. God bless the doctor. I am so appreciative.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
When you're hiring, there's no luxury of time. So instead of waiting for people to see your sponsored post, invite them to apply. More at Indeed.com/credit.
7:39, Team Hochberg Traffic Center time, and Jim.
Reagan Tollway westbound 88 traffic is heavy from 83 to past Midwest Road. There's a crash there blocking the left lane. Eastbound, everything is open. Looking at the Tri-State Tollway northbound, there's a new roadwork configuration between 75th and Plainfield Road. Farther north, there's a little bit of a delay. St. Charles to the Bensonville Bridge. Inbound Kennedy. It's heavier now with delays starting around O'Hare. 38 minutes from the airport to downtown. Quicker in the express lanes. The Eisenhower runs 50 minutes from 390 to downtown. The Stevenson 36 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Ryan from 95th to downtown is 17 minutes. I-57, 11 minutes. I-80 to the merge. Bishop Ford, same. That's traffic. I'm Jim Talamonte. On AM 560, The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. AM 560 Weather Center forecast. Sunshine this morning will mix with clouds this afternoon. High of 57. Currently, 42. Next news at 8. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues next. On AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560, The Answer, online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, on TuneIn, iHeart, and radio.com.
Mike Manokin runs the Democratic House floor for 30-plus years running. He's promising this and he's stealing that. Where can you get that kind of money? He's using your house like his own piggy bank. You ought to know by now. You can pay off your house here in Illinois, but you can never keep up with the taxes. Oh, how it's always been the plan to have a taxpayer pay, no doubt. Not a matter of if anymore, but when. You're moving out. I said, when you're moving out.
That means it's time for our weekly installment with Ted Dabrowski, president of Wirepoints.org. And I think I've got an idea.
Oh, what?
With respect to, since you can't have rational conversations with people in Chicagoland.
Right. They don't even look at you.
Ridicule via bullhorn. I'm going to retain this guy who is driving around downtown Los Gatos in California doing this to people outside walking on the sidewalk wearing masks.
Hey guys, thanks for wearing your masks. Never question CNN or the government. Always obey authority. Thank you. We're number one. Appreciate that. Hey guys, you're looking good. You're doing your part. Thanks for wearing your masks. Well, the county says 2 masks now, okay? Do your part, save grandma. Hey buddy, hey guys, is your baby in a mask yet? Follow the science. Babies should be in masks, okay? Fauci says it. He says it, you should believe it. Never question authority. Never question CNN. Never question the government. You're looking good. Hey, guys, thanks for wearing your mask in your bubble over there. You're staying safe. Looking good. Get your vaccines and your heavy metals. It's good for you, okay? The government never lies. Great. Just always follow authority. You're great. Good job, buddy. 14 more years to flatten the curve.
Dr. Fauci says you have to wear 2 masks. Dr. Fauci says you must jump off of a tall building.
I like that.
I that's what I want to do at Winamac Park. I was there Sunday night. The only person not wearing a mask was me.
I think,
and everyone did the half moon around me like I'm some super spreader.
I want to come up with a game. So try and make money off this. What? Like Dr. Fauci says to replace Simon Says as kids' favorite game. The Bullhorner guy gave me an idea, but I like that. Maybe we'll distribute some AM560 bullhorns and encourage people to roam the streets of Chicagoland.
That's what I want to do.
Congratulating people. Looking good, staying safe,
looking good,
not
keeping
questioning
it tight.
authority.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Keeping it real there.
For more on this, we're pleased to be joined by the aforesaid Ted Dabrowski. Ted, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Amy.
Is that about right? The gentleman Los Gatos may have sort of stumbled into an insight. We're looking at another decade or so of mask wearing in Illinois.
Well, you never know, but I think the taking the approach he's taken might be the right one because we're not being very successful in using all the facts and figures to push back. So parody and poking fun at them might be the way to do it. Just to expose how ridiculous a lot of things have become.
I completely agree. I think that's right. So then the question just becomes, which will be longer, the lack of K through 12 schooling in Chicago or the mask mandate? Governor Pritzker, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the show, that CTU is threatening another walkout, of course.
Tomorrow,
that's pro forma. But people need to understand that's in part thanks to Governor Spalding there. He assigned into law a statute that repeals some of the restrictions on teachers' right to strike, so they can now strike over subjects other than wages and benefits. They can strike out over schedules, remote learning, even child care subsidies. That what the Wall Street Journal gets wrong, of course, is this idea that, Lightfoot is trying to save the city. She opposed that bill. She opposed that bill because she's not up for re-election first. Pritzker is, and so that's why he threw in with the teachers union. There's no good guys in this story, but it is important to note what's happening here and why you could see, I don't know how you walk out from a walkout, but a formal declaration of another strike based on them not liking their working conditions or other such things associated with their working conditions that have nothing to do with salaries and benefits.
Well, yeah, I think it's fascinating. First of all, I think what everybody should understand is that, and it's this way in a lot of school districts across the state. Many of them don't want schools to reopen properly this year because if it does, then that's going to set a precedent for next year. And, they want as much ambiguity for the fall, either to whatever you want to call it, to protect themselves or to continue to control the situation. But the more they give into opening up schools properly now, the harder it'll be for the unions to stop opening next year. So they got to hold ground. But they've been given lots more power by Governor Pritzker. People won't see it because it won't make the news that much. But the unions, in theory, had some of their power taken back 20 or 30 years ago. Where they were limited in what they could strike over, but now they've given the power back to the union, and they can strike over so many things now. They already struck, depending on what you call a strike these days. I would argue if they don't show up tomorrow, it's another strike. But they had multiple strikes back in the 70s and 80s when they had the old law in place, and now we've put that same law back in. So expect more and more. The power's all with the teacher union and none with the parents.
Yeah,
they
can with this now. They can determine the length of day, the length of the school year, how many kids are in the class. They can strike over any of that. But now, part of their demands, because they're extortionists, they want eligible students and their families to be vaccinated, or they won't go to school tomorrow. And this after Jesse Sharkey told members not to let CPS know whether or not they got a shot, because that was too intrusive. But yet they could tell us what to do with our bodies. And shame on you, parents, if you don't get vaccinated. If you don't get your kids vaccinated, we're not going back.
Yeah, this is the problem too, right? So first of all, Pritzker gave them that power right during this pandemic. He's given them the power to do what they're doing, and to do it. They were doing it before anyway, but now they can flaunt it because they got the law behind them. But here's where the facts don't matter anymore. Here we are, where we are in COVID. You've got all the teachers. The majority who've wanted, or anybody who's wanted to get a vaccine by now has it. So the teachers are vaccinated. You've got well over 70% of elderly in Illinois vaccinated. I think the numbers are still behind for minorities. But you've got the elderly vaccinated. People who want to be vaccinated can be. It's opened up to everybody now. Kids don't suffer from COVID. So there's no reason not to open schools other than their own, the union's own power grab and fear, or whatever you want to call it.
New York Times reporting this week the market value of office towers in Manhattan plummeted 25%, according to city projections that were released last week, contributing to an estimated $1 billion drop-off in property tax revenue. In addition to that, J.P. Morgan Chase, Ford Motor, Salesforce, Target, more big companies giving up office space, expensive office space, or downsizing. Jamie Dimon writing in a letter to shareholders, Jamie Dimon, chief executive of J.P. Morgan Chase, that they're going to significantly reduce their need for real estate. For every 100 employees, he said, his bank may need seats for only 60 on average. What's the story in Chicago?
Yeah, and I haven't heard the similar numbers for that, but you've heard the similar stories where, you especially got a finance-heavy, kind of a heavy service industry for Chicago. So, you're going to expect very similar things on that, where companies are going to announce that they need, just 80% of the space they needed, or 60% or 70%, and that's going to impact the values. It's going to impact overall property values. It's going to impact the property taxes that. Either that or the property tax rates will shoot through the roof, but it's going to impact the money that therefore is available for CPS and for other things. So it's part of the whole unwinding of Chicago. New York City can probably hold it better than Chicago, because Chicago's got so many problems at the same time, right? It was already junk rated beforehand. CPS was already 4 notches in the junk. What can Chicago afford? And I think we also have to keep out on the lookout on the crime these coming weeks. Not crime, but riots, because how Chicago responds to that is going to let people know whether Lightfoot's going to take serious the next round of riots or not. And all those things will impact, of course, property values, taxes, whether corporations are going to fill their buildings or not. It's a scary story. It's lined up to really, really hurt Chicago.
There's this is just a fascinating story to me. It says so much. An Illinois lawmaker is proposing to create a state income tax credit, child tax credit, as high as $600 per child. This would give a full $600 tax credit per child to single parents making $40,000 a year or less, or couples filing jointly who earn up to $60,000. You think this is a Republican pushing this tax relief? You'd be wrong. It's an openly gay, newly appointed Democrat Senator, Mike Simmons, who replaced Heather Staines. He is proposing that. He is childless. The Republicans are opposing it. State Senator Don DeWitt of St. Charles said approving the tax credit wouldn't be fiscally responsible, has the wrong effect on the state budget. So the openly gay Democrat socialist is proposing tax relief for low to middle income families, and the suburban Republicans are opposing it. Is there something askew with that story, Ted?
I don't know what to say about that. It's on the one hand, it's always confusing now, because I think everybody wants their credits. To some degree, everybody wants their credits. Everybody's trying to engineer everything that's going on in the finances, and so I'm left a little baffled by it all, because if you look at other things that are going on, coming through the Biden bill and other Illinois bills, they are all working to it's going to be so hard to unwind all this if and when our side being the reformers ever get a chance. It's going to be hard to unwind these things because there's so many especially when you bring in the word equity in here, so many things that are going on, that money's traveling across different paths. You can't figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah,
so,
but it'd be different if the Republican position, we oppose carve-outs. We're not going to play these manipulations with loopholes and so on and so forth. That's not their position. They're they're in favor of the same sort of special deals, waivers, cutouts, and so forth as Democrats. They just slightly differ. There's no principled position the Republicans taking. They're just coming out in opposition to probably one of the best things, if you're going to do carve-outs, you could actually do, which is why there's no opposition party in this state, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, no, you're absolutely right about that. There is no principle. Nothing that the Republicans overall. I mean, there's a few of them that actually have pretty good principles, and I enjoy talking to them. But as a party, as a group, there is no plan. There is no clear message. There is no platform. There is no agenda. And until we hear one, I think you're right to critique. We're right to critique them as a group.
Ted Dabrowski, President, Wirepoints, Inc., wirepoints.org for great policy analysis and all things Chicagoland and Illinois policy related. Ted, thanks as always. Appreciate it.
You guys have a great day.
Thanks, you too. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
If you're talking about it, Dan and Amy are talking about it. It's Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the new book, The Great Devaluation, is the #1 business book in the world. Hi, my name's Adam Barata, two-time national best-selling author and owner of Advantage Gold, hands down the highest-rated gold firm in the country. We help investors put physical metals inside their IRAs. My first book, Gold is a Better Way, sparked a movement. My new book, The Great Devaluation, is the #1 book in the country. I believe every investor should own physical metals. It's why I'm giving away my best-selling book to anyone with an IRA with over $100,000 for free. Call 800-900-8000 to get the bestseller, The Great Devaluation, sent directly to your door. That's 800-900-8000. The new decision is now obvious. Don't you deserve to do it with the best? Call 800-900-8000 for your free book today. That's 800-900-8000.
NJ Diet offers all of their patients a scientific approach to weight loss with new technology using hair and saliva sampling to customize a weight loss program specifically for you. NJ Diet is one of the only weight loss companies in the country using this technology for weight loss success. NJ Diet is a hormone detoxification system that evaluates and targets each individual person's needs, then balances your hormones where the side effect is weight loss. NJ Diet's bioenergetic feedback technology allows the doctors to customize the natural process with laser-like precision for contractually guaranteed weight loss of 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. Then NJ Diet uses your DNA to create your ideal diet and workout regimen so you can keep